This is her just a regular behavior. Come here. Come on. That's how fast she jogs. Come on. Come on. Street. Squirrel. Squirrel. And she hops. Go on. Go on, crazy girl. Let's go play in traffic. Come on, go. Go. The computer came, I took the brackets off. They look like mint. They are a different thread size, so I'm gonna have to use the old screws here. But, yeah, let's pop this bad boy in. It's the same part number. So that's important and good. Fuckity fuckity fuck. Still getting this air. I gotta research this. Damn it. Yay, snow blew at about 8:30. No, 7:30. And it looks like there's one of us who really enjoys this. Come here. So I think I can give it another go. You liking this? I'm not. So, not sure what this is about. We bought this cage for Moxie, who then Spike took over. I think it's because it reduces the number of ways that Moxie can jump on Spike. But yeah, it's not a cat house. And she's sit diagonally so Spike can't get in. The dogs are outside right now, but we have this little routine that we're gonna try. Come on, Spike. Come on. Gotta get over the threshold. It's pretty big. Hey, squirrel! Squirrel, go get him. Oh, she's on my tricks. Normally she runs over there and does a big circle, jumps up there and comes flying through here and then slides. Sometimes she slides down. Get the squirrel. Ugh. Bad videography or planning. In here, Pinecrest. They're at it. So we got a pusher, another pusher. I don't know what they're doing over there. Oh, salt. Another guy over here with a plow. Seeing as how it looks pretty good. Damn, that's a big tree. Another guy back here with a skid steer and a plow. Well, this doesn't bode well. I just get on the highway, there's already an accident. Looks like they're gonna get it out. Oh no, we're not Amazon. That's not good. That's not good. I'll be the first to several, I'm sure. It's Thursday night. I haven't touched this car in several days, since Monday when I replaced the computer, and it didn't make a large difference. So it did remove the air, unable to talk to the computer. But I think there's more to it than this. Next thing I'm going to remove is the ABS and unplug that and see if that makes a difference. I doubt it will. I did trace the wiring. So there's two sensors that are coming up. The camshaft sensor, which I've replaced. The original one I broke when I over-tightened it. I traced this wiring back to the wires here following the instructions, and then I did the same thing on the crankshaft sensor. And by the fact that the errors, well, I get two errors. One is that the sensor's not working, but even before it even tries to start the car, it comes up with the error. So that tells me that it's not the actual sensor location, because it'd have to spin for that to occur. Doing some more Googling, I'm going to check and make sure that my ground wire here, I'm going to clean those contacts is good. I'm going to clean the contacts in the battery. I'm going to check the battery level. I downloaded some things to test on the battery, charge it, record the charge, let it sit for 24 hours, and then come back. If it drops at all, then we know that it's bad. Also, I'm going to, like I said, unplug that. There's also a computer in the battery, but because it's a plug-in battery, I think there's two batteries. The regular hybrid battery and then the plug-in battery. So I'm not sure if I have to remove, how to get to the other ECU, or maybe there's two computers for that. I don't know. The other thing is I found out that if I remove this jack right here, this is the power to all of this. So if I hook up an amp meter to see the flow and I unplug this and there's still high flow, then I know it has nothing to do with any of that, which I think would be weird, but that being the draw. So something's bringing down the system. And I think that's why these sensors are going bad, because there's not enough power for them, but I'm not sure, because I remember that the voltage seemed correct. Does this have voltage? At least on the top sensor. I don't think this has. The other problem I'm having is that they talk about TechStream. So I would get better errors with TechStream, which is the proprietary Toyota system, which I don't have. I just have regular ODBC reader. So yeah, we're gonna try that. Clean the contacts, reset that. The other end of the cable is way down here. Pull that out, see if that makes a difference. Also, I think I have the instructions to put the system in a diagnostic mode, which means that it can show me voltages on the battery and other things, and maybe that might be helpful. So really much, I'm pretty back down to bad battery, bad cable or ground, and or a bad computer. I don't think it's the timing. It's a chain, and I did check that the tensioner, the part that keeps the chain tight, was on there. And again, it wouldn't have driven as far. So I highly doubt that it's out of time. Jumping out of time would be very odd. And I think that they'd replace the chain at some point. So it is 20 degrees out. Our car's melting here. Of course, mine's outside because I guess I technically could raise this car and then put this underneath. But then if I need to, when I want to work on it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm supposed to be working on it. So we got the heat on full, and we're going to go try these things then. The dog is happy that she's outside, but not happy that she's inside here. Okay, well, the top one doesn't look bad at all. And this is the bolt for that, which is fairly clean. The bottom one had a rustier looking belt, but again, bolt didn't look terribly bad. That looks pretty clean there. Not so much up there, so we'll go ahead and clean this off. I did take this stupid thing out, which is a pain because it was down there. And this little piece right there is kind of jammed in there, but or rather it's this one right here, which you can't see. There we go. But I got it out, so that just holds it in there, which is why I didn't clean it the first time, but it doesn't look that bad. It's copper, it's a little green there. I guess we'll clean her up. Well, I disconnected the ABS thing, and I also took those connectors off, cleaned those two. I cleaned this, and I used some sandpaper on the engine cover, just in case, and I cleaned that one over there. So all those grounds should be good. I tested with the reader, and of course it read fine. I don't know where these go. They go into this harness and then go to some other place. Maybe if I raise the engine up, I can figure it out. This disconnected wire, that's for the windshield wipers, so we don't have to worry about that. So we'll pop in there, clear the codes, and we'll also try and get the diagnostic reader up. You got flash headlights and hit brakes and put parking brakes on and stuff. It's a whole thing. I have checked all the fuses. I used what's called a power probe. I checked both sides. One side to see if there's power, the other side to see if the fuse is good. They all read fine, so I don't think there's a problem there. Plus, I think it would present differently if it was. It wouldn't have the power drain. It would just not work. whatever it is connected to. It's interesting. Somebody recommended checking this cable. It just goes right to there. Doesn't go very far at all. I tightened the crap out of it. Man, that thing just clicked on it, drawing 4 amps. So pretty sure that's my draw, because this thing's been charging for 3 days. Check the voltage. We got 14.1, which is good. Not sure if that's the battery voltage, but it's, yeah, it's, I don't know what this does. Lithium. It's not lithium, it's lead acid. I'm not sure I trust this. Maybe I should read the manual. Yeah. That gives a shit ton of power for 60 seconds. I don't think I want that. Reset this. I take that back. I'm still getting a computer error. So that's the camshaft sensor. Blah. And if I erase it, it still comes back. Then if we go into the hybrid, which I believe is what's giving us this error, check hybrid, which is bringing us to starting the system. I'm gonna hit the ODBC, auto scan, using my bestest scan reader. So we'll go to here, okay. If I go down to hybrid and hit okay, and I hit okay, third time, read the goddamn codes, I'm still getting this ECU PCM error. And I thought I wasn't getting that anymore, but I've been changing my readers. So if I erase it, then come back, it comes right back. So, yay. Kind of a nice Christmassy view. It's not Christmas, it's work day. Keeps pushing the door open because it doesn't latch properly, and it looked like the oofy got let in here. I got to clean that out. Got to get these projects out of the way. That gets recycled. This is part of that. I need to work on this. I need to get those pieces crafted, put this back together, get this out of here. But Olivia brought her mixer back because it, I bought this at a garage sale for $10 because it didn't work. And guess what? Now it doesn't work. So we're gonna talk to it. I think it's just the electrical connections are not connected. I'm gonna move those aside, but first we gotta put Eufy away. This unit is old. And by old, I mean it was made in Troy, Ohio, near where Joe's parents live. In fact, we got married in a church there. It's been a long time since this has been made in the United States there. I don't know what year it is. But looking at the back here at the electricals, it looks like the electricals come in on here and here, and this goes over to here, so we can probably put a meter on there. Just make sure, we got power going to there. This is looking a little suspect. Whatever this is. It's a little darkened. There's a better look there. So we can go ahead and check for electricals, and then we'll probably heat that up with the soldering iron. But of course, if we don't get electricals there, then we know it's a cabling issue, which comes down through here, it goes up and around and comes out there. But yeah, Troy, Ohio. That's maybe 80s at the earliest. Doubt it's, she's got some wearage, but she did come with all the things. Came with the beater, the beaters, and the bread hook. So she's got a few more years left in her. Okay, well, I was able to confirm wasn't getting electricity, which is weird, because I was able to get verify that this is connected to stuff. So if I hook that to there, it should eventually beep. Showing that, see, that's connected there on that side. And then if we flip, plug around here, connect to this black one. I don't know, one of these is definitely connected. Anyhow, we gotta tear this open a little more and get to where this wire comes out here, which means I think I gotta take this off, take that wrap around, and then take some screws off underneath here. So A little more digging. I like this strip because I can turn the power on and off easily without unplugging things. This rig just pops off. You just hit it at a corner with a screwdriver, preferably your best screwdrivers. You want to use the best ones from Germany. Then this drip pin comes out, then this comes out, and then you unscrew these screws. I got to unscrew those 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. So I'm going to go downstairs and get something a little better than this and this to punch that out. I use that on here. Oh, by the way, there's a screw down here. If you loosen this screw, that pin comes out a lot easier. Or you can do what I do, just bash on it and just drag a line through there. I should probably go grind that down a little bit. Great. Using the right size drift punch, I was able to punch that out. Also, I reversed the direction. The way I was going was trying to push this side, and I think this side's larger. I think it only goes one way. It goes in that way. So this should be nice and greasy. And now we gotta eject this. I'm sure at this factory there's some way that they hold this, probably some foam or something. And we'll just use wood. Okay, well, there's lots of grease in there. I don't know if she even ever used this. A lot of the grease doesn't look like it's flung around much. I guess a little bit. So you can see as the power comes in, first thing it does is goes to this switch here. And looking at this, well, it does move. Obviously I don't have this set up properly. Come on, get over there. So we're gonna check this switch, make sure that switch works. Looks like it sticks, that's good. And I guess, it's full, off. I think that's, I don't know, where's that cover? Get out of my way, dog. There's no, this is kind of worn off here. The powers, okay, so if this goes like that, okay, so that's off. And then this changes the speed. I'm not quite sure how this works. It moves this, and that changes the I don't know what it does. I mean, I know what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to change the speed. I don't know how it works. Got a little adjuster on there, but definitely that should be on right now. So, fine. Now, could you, out? You don't need to be underneath my feet every 10 seconds. Go. Yeah, I gotta follow the wires, but the wires seem to go down here, so I'm not sure where that... You sneaky bastard, go! I don't know how they work. Now he's got Spike in here. What? When I said sneaky bastard, I didn't mean you. Give him a little mini tune up there in his feet and his face. Spike! Spike, show us your head. Now you can see a little bit. Looks like I gotta cut those bangs some more. I got the stuff off his snozzle. Usually gets hair all over his nose and you can't see there. Yep, that one sees fine. Okay, back to this. So the switch is there. It switches between the green. So where that wire goes in, I don't know where that wire goes. It goes into there. We have to do some investigations. I can record this. So we know the switch works because the switch is right off right now. And if I connect this wire there, and I connect this one there, and I touch this, meter says, hey, there's 100% connection. No resistance. So we know that the switch works. But again, I got to follow the wires here and see where those, they go into there, but I'm not sure where they come out. But typically, I mean, one's going to be black and one's going to be white. They're both black at that point. I really don't want to tear this apart. This was working. I forget what the problem was. It definitely didn't work when I got it, which is why it was $10. But I fixed it fairly easily. Then I re-greased it. A lot of grease in there. Yeah, that was dirty. Goofy just decided to wake up. I think it's got to reset the time. Where are you going, little guy? There he is. There you go. You do your thing. If I left that light on? Anyhow, I couldn't follow the wire, and I checked the switch, and the switch did work. So, and then I checked the power back to the plug, and the switch worked there, so I was getting power to there. So I decided just to reflow these connections, just to put the soldering iron in there. Unfortunately, I got the little baby soldering iron, so it took a little while. But if we let's see, what are our powers here? We'll put it on off. No, we'll put on number 1. See that it does work. Fortunately, I left that tinted. It spun grease all over me, but it seems to be doing what it needs to be doing. So we're gonna turn that off so we don't electrocute ourselves and push some grease around and try and put this back together. But that's the only thing I changed other than moving the wires around. So maybe that's it. Oh, and this switch that was sticking, when the gravity has it the other way, it will be fine. It's not supposed to lay up. It's supposed to lay down, and right now it's upside down. Uh-oh, the dog's hiding from the Eufy. I don't think Spike's a big fan. It's got some bad contacts somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to have to spray those contacts with some cleaner. I don't think this is going to work. Maybe it will work itself through, but a little bit of cleaner probably go a long way. But it is working now. I have no idea how long it sat without working. On another note, I need a DC amp meter. I've been looking at my meters. This one has an AC amp meter, but it does not have a DC. It just has DC volts and ohms. So hopefully, I got a nice Fluke that I bought from work when we shut down manufacturing in 2018. Hopefully that has DC amps on it. I think I got an amp meter up there. That's AC. I know so because it says so right on the front. And I don't know if this will do DC amps. Got a lot of things going on there. I don't think I've ever used that. I don't know why. That might be it. Looks a little aged. That's probably why. And there's a heat kit meter in there. It's cool because it does some work, but it came with a manual. Being a heat kit, you can literally tear it apart. You got the schematic. So when I'm really bored after I retire, fix it like that. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Oh, back to another day. Well, I found the Fluke meter that I bought from work, and it does do amperage, which is the amount of flow of electricity for DC and AC. I hit DC and then it goes to DC button, so it does both, which is important because all the others I had just did AC amperage. So we're going to go ahead and put this into the loop. So I'm looking at 3 things today, testing. One is the flow, and then I'm going to unplug that. If the flow is still high with that unplugged, then I know that it has nothing to do with any of those circuits. Not sure where the other ones go, but that. The other thing is I can check the ohms, which is the amount of resistance for the electricity to go through the wires of the CAN bus from the ODDB port. Now, what does that tell me? Well, if it's like 163, that tells me that there's a open, meaning the CAN bus has a resistor of 63 ohms on one side and another one 63. And if they're both working so that the line is going all the way through, then it's 128 ohms because you double the resistance. If it's only 63, that means that something in between is broken. The other thing is I'm going to test the battery. Now, the battery, I think maybe have gone bad, but I don't think it's the root cause of the problems. I mean, it's possible, but I highly doubt it. And I say that because I have the charger on there that does 50 amps of additional power. So whatever is drawing down the power, this should be bringing it back up. So those are my 3 things. I'm kind of at a wit's end here otherwise. A lot of the diagnostics I am able to get online, say, use the Toyota diagnostics, which gives you a better, clearer air. So ODBC is like a generic air set for a lot of things, and I'm just getting a generic. I can't talk to a computer. The ABS one is obviously unplugged, so it ain't that one. I'm not, going to spend thousands of dollars buying that software. The other thing is my manual's not as good because I'm just using the interwebs. So depending on the outcome of this, I'm going to then probably just drag it to a third-party local shop. I think there's one called Asian Sunrise or something in Geauga County. Throwing a dealership is just going to cost more than the car's worth, which we may have already exceeded at this point anyhow. So that's my plan. So, and monitor the battery voltage. So I'm going to unplug it and leave it on for an hour or two. That's a secondary one. So draw, see if it's drawing from here. If so, then zero in and pull the fuse until I find what's drawing the amperage. And it's about 4 to 5 amps because the smart meter does tell me the amperage draw when I connect the battery terminal. With it on there, it shows me how much it's drawing. So assuming the battery's fully charged, which it should be because it's been on charger for over a week, it shouldn't be drawing that much electricity. Then the other one is checking the ohmage on the CAN bus network and seeing if it's seeing both ends or if it's only seeing one side or something completely different. I don't know. It has to be working at some point because the ODBC reader's picking up that there's a CAN bus there. So that's good. So we got 0.8 amps voltage going from the battery to the car. Putting this on there. I don't know why. Come on, get in there. Okay. I hate this thing. What does that see? So it's 12 volts. Okay, still getting 0.8 amps. Now, there is something on. That's a Buddha. Okay, so basically it's saying that the door here is on. This is now charging. Man, maybe this battery is dead. So doing 0.7. Okay, so that's interesting. So I'm going to go pull that wire up there. I'm also going to unplug this. I don't need that. So that's still going there. I guess I got to hold. I got a min range. Reset that one. Thought I smelled some electricals. Okay, so now I'm getting barely any. Auto range. In range. I'm beginning to wonder if I didn't set this to the wrong thing. Okay, we're going to reset this. This moment, that's what I would expect. So now I'm a little confused. This is just a little bit of drawage. And we do have, blinkage and, it knows that the light's on. I don't know what that blink is for. Car alarm? I don't know. This is weird. Okay, well, I don't know what it's supposed to be. I mean, it's in the right range. Right now, I've got 12 volts. Of course, it's negative because I got the wires mixed. But that seems right. This is weird. Everything's looking normal. Let me throw that on and see what okay, so reverse that. That's 12.6, and this says 12.5. So this thing seems to be pretty accurate. And now it's charging with 7 amps. Why it thinks it's lithium. 12.6. Can we expect that? Really should read the manual. Okay, but it's not doing. No, okay, now it's doing 7. Yeah. So it's chargulating. Man, it's looking more and more like that fucking battery, which is barely a year and a half old. Okay, now we got 15 volts. So we should have plenty of voltage. We're going to hook the thing up and see what happens. Cutting the thing. So that's the voltage. Color bar? I don't care about that. Push switch. Okay, so it's got diagnostics for this. That's great. I don't care about that. An old steering switch. That doesn't seem to do shit. Touch switch. Oh, by the way, we still got the check hybrid. Okay, I don't know what that does. Service info. Okay, that's useless. Okay, so that's telling us about the car stereo. What's the DA? Okay, current 129. So that's interesting. So we're getting 2 errors and one's a 129. I don't even know what that is, so we gotta look that up. Clear the codes. Auxiliary. Recheck. DA. We're gonna take a snapshot of that one and see what we get. As I unplugged the ABS, I thought maybe that 129 error might have been induced by that. So we're gonna turn it. And while holding the car button down, I'm gonna turn the headlights on 3 times and it should go in the service mode. So I gotta put down the phone for a second. And that does it. So I hold the car button down, turn it on 3 times. Now, Sophia's car didn't have this option. So failure diagnostics, system check, detail. Okay, so we're still getting that. I think code clear is supposed to clear the codes. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay. Recheck, details. Okay, so we didn't lose the 129. And again, I put the ABS computer back on. Exit box. Extension source. What the fuck is this? Okay. Well. Hello? Okay, well, that's great. This seems to be more geared towards fixing this. Put the brake pedal on. Yeah. Not a lot of voltage. And by the way, I have the charger thing on. Tail light is on. T-can, right. Reverse. Reverse would be nice so I can get reverse, but I can't. Shift to park when starting. Okay. Check hybrid, blah, blah, blah. So this is part of the, I mean, I can't do diddly squat right now. Okay, well, we're gonna try getting back in the computer and see what that's done from the car because this is something I can get done. I got that set up and glued. There's a small crack in here. I don't know if you can see right there. Yeah. So I'm letting that dry, and we'll go assemble that piece. I've made my new piece here for this one because this one's all cracked, as you can tell, and it was craftily glued, not really. Then this piece, I made the replacement here because this one's broken off. And then this one's not looking too good either. It's missing a whole bunch of surface glue area there. I wonder if that, no, that doesn't fit there. I tried to get the piece off of there, but it didn't come out nicely. And then this one's all chewed up here too, so I think I'm gonna make another blank for that. I think I've got just enough oakage. Wait, maybe I don't have enough oakage. Part of the wood I'm using is kind of goofy because it's curved. So I think I got enough of this piece here. Maybe like right there. If I avoid all the knots. Part of the problem is this is curved on both sides, so I have to establish a straight edge, which is what the track saw does for me. Yeah, I think I can use this, but I'm going to have to pull those things. I think we'll cut it right here, make it shorter, easier to deal with. So we'll make another blank, and we'll move on. After that, I got to sand them down so that they're the same width and chamfer them, and then I'll clean this up a little bit. And then I got to make my dowel holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, the snow is gone because it's been in the 40s and it's going to be in the 50s today. I don't have a flood here. Normally I have a flood here, so that's working well. And I don't have a flood over my driveway, so that's working well. No flood over there. I don't have a flood over there, so that's working well. And the drain's over here underneath all this, so it's not really draining. But it does look like I got a flood in my hole. Yeah, that's a flood. So we're gonna have to get the sump pump out later. Good thing is that the earth is falling in. That helps displace the, no, it's not good. I obviously didn't get to this. We didn't get home till 4 o'clock yesterday. So, it gets dark at 4 now. So I really wanted to, but I didn't. Yeah, well, at least it's holding the water. That's good.